Yep. Wow. Wow. Hooray. Hooray. welcome to lesson 10. Wow. we've made a little progress. we've made a lot of progress all the way from lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, lesson 5, lesson 6, lesson 7, lesson 8, lesson 9. And this is lesson 10. Wow. So like I always say, you are welcome to this channel. You're welcome to this this series of keyboard training. You are welcome. And like I would say, if you're just joining us for the first time, if you're just joining this channel for the first time, you are highly welcome. You are welcome. Yes, you're welcome. So like we discussed in our lesson 9, I told you, I introduced the black keys to you. Do you understand? I told you the name of I told you they are either called sharps and flats, and I told you I showed you the sharp keys. I told you there are only 5 sharp keys. I told you we have C sharp, we have your D sharp, we have your F sharp, we have your G sharp, we have your A sharp. I told you there are 5 sharp keys, right? So today we are going to be looking at the flat keys. We are done with the sharp, so we're going to be looking at the flat keys. So like I said, if you are just joining for the first time, this channel is all about teaching you how to become a self-improved, developed keyboardist, right from the beginner's level, right from the scratch to becoming a professional. So if you're a serious-minded person who wants to acquire the knowledge of the keyboard, this is the right channel to be. This is the right place to be, because in this lesson, in this video, I'm going to run it down a series of keyboard training. Right from the definition of music, definition of music, types of music, classification of music, classification of the musical instruments, the difference between the keyboard and the piano and the organ. You could go check my lesson 1, my lesson 2, my lesson 3, my lesson 4, my lesson 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 9. So today is lesson 10. So please, if you want to become a better keyboardist, a better pianist, or a better organist, you have to rehearse what I'll be sharing and showing you. You have to practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. Even if you have prayed, you still need to practice. You need to rehearse. So rehearse what I've showed you. But first, you must have your keyboard, right? You must have your keyboard. You can't do that. You must have your keyboard. This is my keyboard. So you must have. I told you can buy either a Casio keyboard. You can buy a Casio keyboard. You can buy a Yamaha, a PSRO. No matter how small it is, you can just manage it for the while, just to learn. Later on, you can go to buy the big one. I told you you can also get a mini grand piano if you can afford it, or an opera piano. But don't buy an organ. But if you already have an organ, no problem. You can still manage it. You can use it. But don't buy an organ. Go and buy a Casio or a PSR or a Yamaha product. You understand? So today we're gonna be learning the flat keys. We're done with the sharp. I told you the sign of the sharp. I showed you everything about the sharp. All you need to know. And then today I'm going to be showing you the name of the flat keys, right? So let's move over to the keyboard. Keyboard time is a blessing time, right? Keyboard time is a blessing time. Okay, can you see the keyboard? Can you see the keyboard? Okay, so remember in my lesson 9 I told you I said there are the black keys are designed in 2s and in 3s, in 2s and in 3s, in 2s and in 3s, in 2 and in 3, you know, 2 3 2 3 2 3. So, and I told you before the 2 black keys is C. Remember I told you that if you want to define your C, before the 3 black keys is F. So we have your C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. You know, I told you how to name it. It's your C, your D, your E, your F, your G, your A, your B, your C, your D, your E. You know, so I told you that in my previous lesson. So today, and I told you this is C sharp, right? This is D sharp, right? I told you E does not have a sharp because E, there's no black key on top of it. This is F sharp, right? This is G sharp, A sharp, B does not have a sharp. So it's E and B that doesn't have sharps. key E and key B does not have a sharp. So this is C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. So we have there are only 5 sharp keys. Remember I showed you? I said there are only 5 sharp keys. I showed you in lesson 9, so you can go watch it so you can understand. So today we'll be learning about the flats. Remember I told you, I said the black keys are called sharps and flats. So we are done with the sharp. Let's learn the flats. Now what is a flat key, or what does it mean to flatten a key? A flat key means to play the next lower. Now listen, I said a flat key means to play the next lower key half a step. Are you getting it? I said a flat key means to play the next lower key half step down. I go again. I said a flat key means to play the next lower key half step down, either from a black key to a white key, and especially from a white key to a black key. I go again. I said a flat key means to play the next lower key half step down, either from a black key to a white key, and especially from a white key to a black key. Now what do I mean? For example, remember the key of E and B don't have sharps, right? This key of E and B, this E, this B, they don't have sharps, right? Yeah. I hope you understand it. Now they automatically have flat keys. Now this is if E, B. What do I mean? Now this is now please pay close attention to what I'm showing you. This might look confusing, but I don't want to confuse you, so just pay close attention. Please take close attention to what I'm showing you. This is very important. This is very important. Please pay close attention. Remember I told you, I said key E and key B does not have sharp keys, right? So they have flats. They are automatically flattened keys. Now look at flat keys. Now this is E. Now I told you, I said a flat key means to play the next lower key half step down, either from a black key to a white key, and especially from a white key to a black key. Now this is E. Now if I go and a half step lower, a half step, not a full step, half step lower, we have, this is half step lower, this becomes E flat. Are you seeing it? This becomes E flat. Hope you're seeing it. This becomes E flat. E. I went a lower and half step down, or backward, half step backward. So this is flat. This is B, right? If I go and half step down, or if I go lower, half step down, this becomes B flat. Are you seeing it? Remember I showed you the sign. I said this is the sign. Remember, your flat, this is your sign. I told you it's a lowercase, it's similar to lowercase b. This is the sign. Do you understand? This is the sign. Remember, this is the symbol for the flat key. It's just like a lowercase b, the small letter of b. You understand? So now This is E flat, B flat, right? Now, so let's move on. Now, some of you may be wondering, or if you're observant, you may be wondering that in the lesson 9, I told you this is D sharp, this is D sharp, right? How come it's not E flat? Remember in my lesson 9, I told you this is C sharp, D sharp, and now I'm calling this D sharp E flat. I'm not calling it E flat. So you might be wondering, how come it's not E flat when I already said it was D sharp, right? And how come this is B flat and instead of A sharp? If you have that question in your heart, you are a good student and you are in the right. You have the right question at the moment. Yeah. Now remember I told you, I said the black and white, the black keys have two names. The black keys. I said the black keys, they have two names. They're either sharp or flat. Do you understand? Now, don't get it twisted. I want you to get this. Please pay attention. If you can write down, please go ahead and write down. Pay attention to what I'm showing you. And if you don't understand, please drop your questions in the comment section. Very important. Drop your question in the comment section, right? So this is C sharp. Now, these black keys, they have two names. Now, when they possess two names, it is called enharmonic equivalent. And what did I call it? Enharmonic equivalent. Enharmonic equivalent is when the black keys is possessing two names. For example, this is C sharp. When you move a half step from C upward or forward, a half step from C upward or forward becomes C sharp. This particular C sharp becomes D flat. This is D flat. When you move a little backward, an half step backward or lower, you play lower. This C sharp becomes D flat. So now this C sharp and then D flat. Now it's called a harmonic equivalent because it has two names. This key now, this particular key is C sharp, at the same time is D flat. C sharp, D flat. So it's called a harmonic equivalent. Do you understand it? A harmonic equivalent. Let me spell the enharmonic equivalent. Letter E N H A R enharmonic MONIC enharmonic equivalent. Let me spell it again. The letter E, N as in nose, N for nose, H A R M as in monkey, M for monkey, MONIC enharmonic equivalent. Equivalent is spelled letter Q. Are you getting it? EQU. Equivalent is spelled EQUIVALENT. Equivalent. EQ, letter E, letter Q, U, I, V. Equivalent. ALENT. That's a harmonic equivalent. So this is C sharp. This is D flat. So it's having two names. Those are the two names. You can either call it C sharp or you call it D flat. You either call this one D sharp or you call it E flat. Are you saying it? D sharp or E flat. Now remember what I showed you. E does not have a sharp. So E automatically has a flat. E flat or D sharp. Now this is F sharp or G flat. If you're going forward from F, if you're sending semitone, if you're going a little and half step higher, it becomes F sharp. Then if you're descending, if you're going down a half step lower, it becomes G flat. See, F sharp or G flat. Are you getting it? Now, I hope you're understanding. This is G sharp. This is G sharp or A flat. Now it's called a harmonic equivalent. Remember what I told you? If you're having two names, it's having two names already. You either say G sharp or A flat. Do you understand? Now this is A sharp or B flat. A sharp or B flat. Do you get it? So you either say A sharp or B flat. Do you get it? I go again. C sharp or D flat. C sharp or D flat. D sharp or E flat. E does not have a sharp. So automatically E flat, E has a flat. F sharp or G flat. Are you getting it? G sharp or A flat. Are you getting it? And then we have A sharp or B flat. Remember I said B does not have a sharp. So B automatically has a flat, which is B flat. So when they have two names like that, it's called enharmonic equivalent. That's what I mean when I said the black keys have two names. They are either sharp keys or flat keys. These are sharp keys when you're going higher, C sharp, and they are flat keys when you're coming down, D flat. They are sharp key when you're going higher, D sharp. They are flat keys when you're going lower, D flat. You see? That's how you get it. Now, in order not to confuse yourself, as a professional keyboardist or as a professional musician, you cannot be saying at the same time C sharp, D flat, D sharp, no, you can't say that. You confuse yourself. You either use the sharp throughout or you use the flat throughout. What do I mean? Remember what I showed you? I said this is the sharp. This is the sharp. Remember what I showed you? This is the sharp key. Now I didn't mix it up. You can see this is the sharp key only. Hope you're saying it. This is the sharp key only. Okay, let me do it like this. This is the sharp key. This is C sharp. This is D sharp. E does not have a sharp. F sharp. G sharp. A sharp. B does not have a sharp. Then C again. We'll go back to C. I told you we have C sharp. We have D sharp. We have F sharp. We have G sharp. We have A sharps. I told you there are 5 sharp keys, right? Now, as a professional musician, it's not good to confuse yourself by saying either C sharp or D flat, D sharp or E flat. You either use sharp or true, or you use flat or true. Now this is the flat key. This is the flat key. And this is the flat key. Now we are done with the sharp, right? Now I want to measure on the flat. Then this is the D flat. Remember this was C sharp before, but now it's not called D flat because we are measuring on the flat now. This is D flat. Remember this is the sign. This is the sign. Remember this is E flat. This is G flat. This is A flat. And this is B flat. Are you getting it? I go again. D flat, your E flat, your G flat, your A flat, and your B flat. That means there are what? There are 5 flatting keys. D flat, E flat, G flat, A flat, and B flat. Look at it very well. Hope you can say it. Can you say it? If you can say it. Now that means there are 5 flatting keys and 5 sharpened keys. Now if you observe very well, you will discover the key C does not have a flat. Yeah, look at it. This is the key C. C is before 2 black keys, right? The C does not have a flat. It does not have any black keys at the back, right? It's only C sharp, so automatically we have C sharp. C does not have a flat, so don't mistake that. The F, this is the F. How do we get our F? F is before 3 black keys. This is F, before 3 black keys. Now F does not have a flat. Look at it. F does not have a flat. F has sharp. F does not have a flat. Are you getting it? So in your course of training maybe other people, or in your course of teaching people or coaching people how to play the keyboard, you either call them, you either say this is C sharp, your D sharp, your F sharp, your G sharp, your A sharp, or you say this is your D flat, your E flat, your G flat, your A flat, and your B flat. So please don't say C sharp or D flat. Don't say that, and don't say D sharp or E flat. Don't say that. Don't mix the two of them together. Just call one after the other. Do you understand? Like me, I like using the sharp. So I said this is C sharp. Like now I'm playing on C sharp. This is C sharp. I'm playing on C sharp. This is C sharp. This is my D sharp. This is my D sharp, right? This is my F sharp. Sorry. My F sharp. This is my sorry, my F sharp. This is my G sharp. This is my A sharp. So I like saying sharp instead of saying flat. So you can if whichever one you love, if you want to call it flat or sharp, but just go once. You can go sharp or through, C sharp or through, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, or you can say D flat, E flat, G flat, A flat, and B flat. So hope you have understood what I've shared today. So please, in case you don't understand what I shared with you, please drop your questions in the comment section. Drop your question in the comment section. It's very important. So this is the this is the flat and this is the sharp. You can see I gave the difference. I didn't name it. You can see I gave a difference. You can see this is the flats. We have 5 flatting keys and we have 5 sharpened keys. So please, you can write it down. You can draw your keyboard and write it down. Thank you and God bless you. Subscribe to my channel. God bless you.